YMI, trapped in the beautiful wilds of mountain country, Colorado. Oh yeah.
One thing I've gotten from YMI is that I don't need to be worried about being perfect. I feel that the biggest thing I've learned is my humility is the biggest part of leading my kids. And as long as I can keep that in mind, I don't have to worry about making the perfect message or making the perfect game. As long as I'm humble enough and vulnerable enough towards my kids, then I can grow a ministry out of that.
The importance of Youth Ministry Institute is the training and the fact that it connects other youth ministers to each other, gives them a community of support in a profession that really needs that and hungers for that.
I think specifically it's improved the level of professionalism in youth ministry and really changed it from a kid who's doing things that happen when he's in youth ministry to things that are going to work and things that are going to work well with others.
So one thing that I learned in YMI that I'm using right now in my youth ministry is probably learning how to diversify my message, diversity. I mean, putting in visuals, audio, and recognizing that there's so many different types of learning, kinesthetic, and so on, and just recognizing that I need to appeal to all people, and it's been awesome.
One thing that I've learned at YMI that I've definitely implemented into my youth ministry is a little bit of personal care for myself, and that's just the idea that youth ministry is never done. There's always something to do, and for myself, I sometimes overbook and make myself just too busy.
There's been a couple things, but for sure, Stephanie Caro came and spoke to us one week, and she talked about volunteers, and she had such a great conversation, ideas, and points about how to make those asks of volunteers to come be a part of your ministry. And some of that real-time conversation as to how to go about that has been super helpful and something that I've used on numerous bases and has been really successful to get people involved and engaged and wanting to be a part of the ministry.
Something that I've learned in YMI and incorporated into my youth ministry has just been planning ahead and being able to do Bible studies and connect with the youth in ways that I had never thought about before.
In YMI, we spent some time really focusing on who we are as a leader and understanding who we are and where we come from and how that affects our ministry. And so we're really trying hard to use knowledge of who I am and who other people on my team are to try to get us in the best positions to be successful.
Knowing how I interact with people and how people view me in a leadership role has really helped me to be a better leader all around.
One of the things that I've learned from YMI that I've been able to use in my ministry is how to relate with my adult leaders, which is really awesome.
Through YMI, I've really been empowered to create boundaries and space and when to say no so that I'm more refreshed and more refueled in order to take care of my kids instead of being both physically, mentally, and spiritually empty.
It's really hard for me to think of one specific thing that YMI has taught me that I'm using in my ministry because in essence, everything that YMI has done has really bettered me as a person, spiritually and mentally, I guess. And all of that together is what has made my ministry flourish in the different ways, and it's helped me relate to kids and just become a better youth pastor overall.